Okay, so I was reading about this online right over here, and just to show some examples on limits, ignore the squares for now, those are the answers, but basically, when you have two different lines like this, you just look at this tiny value right there. When x is approaching -3 on both lines, where does the y value or f of x end up? So this line to the left here, as it approaches -3, the limit is 3. As this line approaches -3, well, you can't see it. So reasonably, it could still be 3. It's just 3. You already have it marked right there. I don't fucking know. Okay. This one, as x approaches 0, the limit is going to be 3 for the y value, because at x being 0, y cannot go anywhere but 3. It's already marked on here graphically. It can't be 2, or it would be at 2. It can't be at -5, so that's the limit for the y value as x nears 0, if that makes sense. And then this next one, c, as x approaches -2, right there, what does the y value approach? It's at 1 right here. Move that up. It is at 1 when x is at -2. So that's how you know. And then d, as x approaches 1, what does y equal? So as the line of x approaches 1, the limit for what y can be is 2. Then, here's our conundrum. We have these two different lines. What would the limit of y be if x approached -1? Okay, so let's look at it both for our lines here. The line on the left, as that approaches -1, it is at a y value of 1. As this line on the right approaches -1 on the x-axis, its value for y is 2. So a limit does not exist for these two because it can't be in both places at the same time, apparently. So, that took me a while to find, but applying that to our problems here, as x approaches 1, I don't know why it says from the positive side, that kind of fucks me up, but I can only assume it means as both lines approach 1, what would the f of x be? Well, for the left line here, as it approaches 1, it's at 4. But for this line right here, as that approaches 1, it's at 3. So, best I can guess, unless this +1 is going to mess this up somehow, is that this has no limit. Oh, fuck. Yay, okay, so let's go down to number 2. Oh god. As x approaches infinity, as x approaches infinity, going up this way, because that's going down the positive side of x, what is the y values approaching? Well, you can see this line just keeps going up. It has no record of going down at all there, unless this were to say x approaching -infinity, which would be down this way, then I could see the f of x limit being -2 as marked right here, but for right now, since it's heading in the right direction into the positives, as far as I can tell, this would be positive infinity. And I hope I'm getting all these right, I'm sorry if I'm not. Okay, this one. Find the limit of f of x. Oh shit, you guys can't see that, can you? Let me pull that up. Okay, find the limit of f of x when x approaches 1. So, this line, as x approaches 1, it is at 1. This line, when f of x approaches 1, it's at 2. So, I would guess no limit. I would hope no limit. I don't know if they're trying to throw multiple lines on here to confuse us, but I'm just gonna put down no limit. If you guys figure out a different way to do this, just let me know. But number 4, as x approaches 0 from both lines here, what is the y value? Well, we can see that if both lines meet at 0, then the y value also meets at 0. So I would think the limit here would be 0, if you get what I'm saying. Oh, can't see that again. There you go. I wrote a little 0. Okay, this one, limit of f of x as x approaches 0. Shit. I don't fucking know, dude. You don't even have it on 0. Okay, so as x. Oh wait, yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. It's down there. Ignore me for a second. I'm tired. Okay, so as it approaches 0, right there, get a different color. Right here, it approaches 0. What is the value of f of x? That is -2. Now this, I can't tell if that's supposed to be another line, or if that's just like some dotted stuff they're trying to use to mess us up, like right there. Or like right there. But if this is the only line right here, then we can assume then the value of y would be -2. And here's the next one. As x approaches 1, so right here, as x approaches 1, what is the limit of f of x? It looks like 1, because this is the only line that has anything to do with it. So right here, I'm pretty sure you would just put 1. Go down here. As x approaches 0 from the positive side, so x approaches 0 from the positive side, what is the limit of f of x? Just call that up so you guys can see. Okay, so we can see that as it's nearing 0 from the positive side right across here, it doesn't actually hit 0. It does the thing where it increases infinitely because there is a gap. So, how do you do that again? Hold on. Okay, I thought about it, and wouldn't it just be that f of x increases without bound, as they say? So I would think it would just be infinity, because it's going up here and shows no indication of touching the y-axis at all. Okay, this one. As x approaches, oh fuck, what is that? As x approaches -1, okay, we've got 2 points that are on -1. Let's just focus on those, not give ourselves heart attacks. What is the limit of f of x? Well, we have -2 right here and 0 right here. So, from what we know of limits, this can't have one, because you can't have 2 different y values for one limit. You know, you can't be like 0,2. At least I'm pretty sure that's what the internet told me, and the internet's never wrong, so we're just gonna put no limit. Cool. Is that it right there? Yep, that's it right there. Okay. Complete the table and use the result to find the indicated limit. Oh, you guys can't see that. Leave that right here. Okay, so as x approaches 4, as indicated by here, f of x is going to, I'd imagine, increase without bound. So I'm gonna plot this into my calculator, and hold on. Okay, so as we plot in the values for x here into the calculator, we can see that the y, of course, increases without bound. It's kind of foggy. Not foggy, shit, you know what I mean. So we can just input those values into the table over there, I'm pretty sure, and that's all she would want. Use the result to find the indicated limit. Okay, so the limit evidently must not be 4. What the fuck? Hold on. Okay, never mind. I was just being stupid. The limit isn't positive 4, the limit is negative 4, which gives us the error over there. So, what we do, I imagine, is fill out that graph, and then get my pen back over here. And then the limit of f of x would be negative 4. Oh, it's on white. Cool. So, let's go down. Then I assume, you know, you guys can just put that into your calculator, fill this out. The limit will likely be 1, it looks like. But yeah. I honestly have no idea why the limit of this is showing up as negative 4 when all of these values are approaching 4. It could just be something with the calculator, but blah. Blah blah blah. Hope that helped at least a little bit.